Hello traders, this is Nick from Euronis, and today I'm going to introduce our update to the latest version of Euronis, which is 1314. Today is April 6th, 2022. So Euronis, for those of you that don't know us, we've been around since 2009, and we are the longest running, most stable scalper trading on MetaTrader 4 and 5. And we're the only ones that consistently show our live accounts on MyFX book. And let me explain that. So here is the broker XM, and September through April, we show it's starting at September was up 44%, which is incredible. And we are showing that March of last month, it was up 505%, and it's currently sitting at 465. It is an XM MT4 Live Ultra account in US dollars. So how do we verify that? Well, we just take you right over to our MyFX book page. And if you don't know MyFX book, they've got plenty of documentation on it. This is a real US dollar XM 200 to 1 leverage MetaTrader 4 account. So it shows you in August, September 2021, let's go up to the end, and we continue to the high, which was somewhere around here, the end of last month, 503, 5045, till today, which is April 6th at 465% gain. So most clients have about $5,000 in their account, and if we multiply that by 4.65 in the last months of trading, well, since the start, your $5,000 would have turned into $23,000. So it's a significant passive income system. Let's get right into the differences. I've got two, let me just close this. I've got two terminals set up here, and one is running version 1274 and one is running version 1314. Now, both of them, we're just going to start everything the same. We're going to use the symbol EuroUSD hashtag, so that's the XM Ultra account, M15 last year. So we're just using 2022 data, and we're going to use every tick based on real ticks, every tick based on real ticks. Don't use any of these other things. They will not work with a scalper. The typical deposit client account is $5,000. This is USD. It's 200 to 1 leverage, and there's no changes or no changes or custom anything in commissions. Everything is default to the broker on both accounts. Nothing changed here. What else? Okay. Now, inputs. So on our last version, we've got default settings here, except for risk percent is 10. And make sure that you have manual GMT3 and DST-EU. So we run those both. Now, I want to, okay, I'm just going to let it go. Okay, so we're running it. I'm going to hit start. I'm going to hit start. Now, under journal, you'll see it's doing some things, and it might take a little bit longer if it's the first time you've done it, or your processor speed, or how close you are to the server, all these things. But it does take some time, and you can see the progress. Euronis always lets you know what it's doing here in the journal. It's important to say this. Any one of you that has our software, the 1274 or the 1314, the latest version, and any MT5 brokerage account terminal here, in this case XM, because it is our outperformer, anybody can do it. So you don't need me, you don't need anybody to help you. As long as you have the EA and the terminal on a live account and you hit the back test with those inputs, you should get exactly the same result. Okay, so that's important. Anything that we do here, we make sure that you guys can do at your own computers. We don't believe in fancy marketing. We don't market, but we are making some videos now just because it makes it easier for customers to kind of follow along. Okay, so let's first look at the difference. So again, we're looking at version 1314, which is our update for today, versus our version from last year, so the outdated version. And here's the progress that we've made. So you can see 2022, 101, so January, the same here. You can see the equity curve is pretty significant. Since March, it's really been falling off. We monitor it, and we, of course, we always suggest everyone to update. So there is the difference. Let's look at the actual data difference now. So here we can see the total number of trades on the original version was 103 and the updated version shows 169. The profit is minus 652, so that's about minus 13%. That's a negative. And here we're up almost double. So it's a significant difference in the new version. Now here is something that you should pay attention to. Not only backtesting Euronis, but any EA that you backtest. This is the magic number. Based on the opening balance of 5,000, it has gone in drawdown $1,400. So that's about 30%, something like that, about 28% of that number. So that's where when you look at the charts here and you see drawdown. So here you can see in November, the drawdown was 27%. And it's never been, that was a big drawdown, 17%, but Euronis recovers, right? So you need to be aware of that because if you were the investor that opened your account on November 24th, let's say, and you dropped that big drawdown, you need to know that that can happen if you're trading the 10% risk, which I'm going to explain to that in a moment. However, that big drawdown has recovered, and don't forget, you've got 29% max drawdown on this account, but you're also up 465%. Okay, 465% with average trade lengths of 1 hour and 45 minutes. We don't hold over the weekend, and it is in and out precision trading. And you can see here that we're winning 78%, 74% of the time. So it's impressive by any metric. Okay, so that's our back test. Now let's just kind of look at the picture side of things here. We can see that in the old version, Mondays are pretty good day. So if you're going to trade any day, that's definitely the day you want to trade. And it's just gotten worse this year on our last version. Monday's still good, but the rest of the day is not so good. Now, our new version is pretty strong up until Friday. Fridays, let's hit or miss. We might even omit Friday if you want. Of course, you control the system. So those are the stats. And then here's the other important part to notice. You see here where it says average holding time, 1 hour and 49 minutes. Now our average holding time is 1 hour and 33 minutes. So, an hour and a half versus almost 2 hours. And if we go back to our live account, we're going to see the same metrics. So the point of this video, of course, to introduce our new version and to show you the difference of it, but is also to show all traders how to look at a back test and the data that it shows you, and it's important. And of course, this is XM, and these are the live ticks from XM. But we're also showing you that our live published accounts are pretty close to our back testing. So Euronis is stable not only in the modeling, but it's stable live. And we're always interested when our clients tell us, of other systems that they see, um, as long as it doesn't interfere with the Euronis trading. Think about this. When you're trading with Euronis, let's look at the hours here. We start at about 21. Our day trader, which is an option, um, starts at 15. It starts at 15 CET, 18 GMT, I want to say. So if you're trading anything between, let's say, 1 and 20, you could do whatever you want as long as you close your trades. So you can have multiple systems in the daytime as long as they close and don't hold trades, overnight. Then the Euronis benefit is, wait till this come up, is exactly this. The problem is your capital does nothing between these hours, rollover time, and it's the hardest time of all to trade. So what we do is take our software, let your capital work when otherwise it's not working. And the benefit is supplementing your trading by a significant gain. Okay, so now the final thing I just want to say about the trading tech is this. If you are, sorry, let me get you to inputs. Inputs. Risk percent. What does risk percent max 10 mean? It means that if you trade um, each one of your trades that's open, if it hits the full stop loss, like the ultimate bad stop loss, which happens, let's say it's happened once, twice, maybe you can say here, 3 times in the last, 9 months of trading. For each trade that's open, your account balance goes down by that percent, that risk percent. So if you have 5 trades open and you're trading 10%, that could mean a 50% catastrophic loss for your account. That has not happened yet. These are 1s and 2s and 3 trades that hit the stop loss. What also does that mean? That means that if you don't want to have 30% drawdown, then, and you want to have, let's say, 5% drawdown, so then you need to reduce your risk down to 2% in your input parameters. Your risk percent needs to be 2. Okay, so that also means that your gain is going to go down by a factor of 8. So if we just look at if we just look at the calculator and we see that uh, our risk at 10 has yielded 465%, but we've also had that drawdown. So let's take 465% and multiply that by 2. So you would have a 93% gain over that same time if you reduced your risk level, and your drawdown would be 5, almost 6. So that's the trade-off. But anyhow, Euronis gives you the flexibility to do that on your own. You manage it. Okay, now let's just quickly talk about pricing. Um, we have multiple different subscriptions, so they're monthly subscriptions. So you pay, let's say, if you have $1,000 balance, your subscription would be $49. And that is, you can have version MT4, MT5, it could be any broker, but we offer tuned settings for the brokers that we support. And so what does this mean to you? If you have $1,000 and you paid $50 for your membership, your subscription, you trade 10% risk, let's say, your monthly gain is 26% historically. I can't promise you that you get that going forward. I'm just telling you these are what the numbers show. So that would mean that the balance, let's say if you had, let's go back to our calculator. If you had $1,000 balance and you earned excuse me, sorry, I didn't put the one, 26%, that would mean your account is up $260 minus your $50 fee. That means your account's up 20%, let's say. So what we're trying to do is provide a tremendous value for our software. You're in control of it. And if you want to trade, if you want to trade other systems while Euronis does nothing, that is the maximum power. So you can do your day trading, you can trade your other systems in the day, and just let Euronis work for these 3 hours at night to earn you on XM, for example, a pretty significant return. Okay, so if you have any questions, of course you can write below. If you want to ask us something direct, private, whatever you want to do, we've got, let's see, we do have a contact button here. Excuse me for being slow. Contact us. All right, there. Send us a message. We'd be happy to get back to you, or you can hit live chat. And for those of you that are already subscribers, you can hit your subscriber ID, your subscriber area, and in the documentation, there's going to be the installation portion. There'll be a download. You can download the latest version and update it on your MetaTrader terminal. So I hope you made it through the whole entire video. If you have any questions, let us know. Until then, all the best with your trading. Trade responsibly, don't overtrade, and help your other fellow traders out with the best brokers and best conditions. We all win. All right, bye-bye.